Hello and welcome everyone to the April 2022 Mom Talk episode. I am your host, Crystal Galladay, also known as the Fun Finder for Education. And I started this talk show, can you believe it? It's like almost 2 years ago. Is that about right? Yes. In December of 2019, I started this talk show, and I started it because I realized we all are experiencing a lot of things with motherhood, and we may think that we're going through it on our own, but we're not. And once I started building my mom tribe, I realized there are a lot of great people within my network. So I wanted to support mothers, those who are interested in being a mother, as well as those who support us. And hence we have Mom Talk. So currently, the schedule is every other month, where I have someone from my very powerful network to come and speak to you in regards to a topic that we all can learn from. And we talk about that particular topic. The audience has an opportunity to answer some questions. And usually there's a nice giveaway for a lucky audience member that is live. And we also close out with doing a nice round robin. If anything, anyone has to share, but also the audience that is live has the opportunity to answer or ask any questions for our guest mom or guest expert. All right. So without further ado, in this April 22 episode of Mom Talk, we have Dr. Jasmine Floyd. She is a dentist, and I'm going to let her come on so that she can tell us more about her. So Jasmine, please let us know more about yourself in regards to your profession, motherhood, whatever you would like to share. Please let us know who you are and why we need to know you.
Hi, moms. Thanks for joining me today. I am Jasmine Floyd. I am a mom of 2 toddlers, Aiden, who's 1, and Logan, who just turned 3. So yes, my hands are super, super full and busy. Also a career mom. I am a pediatric dentist. I'm starting on a new venture, open up my new practice coming in June here in Fairfax, Virginia. So I have a lot of things on my plate right now. I am originally from New Jersey. Decided to migrate back to DC because I did my residency at Howard HU, okay? So yeah, I love the area. I love to come back here. So this is where I plan to plant my roots, grow my family, and hopefully get to meet some more moms today.
And you know what? We have some things in common. We're both from the tri-state area. I'm from New York, and then my husband went to Howard for grad school. So we definitely have that connection. So we know you're a dentist, right? And on the flyer, we did say that you specialize in pediatric dentistry. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And also, why did you choose that type of dentistry?
Yeah, so just to be a dentist in general, you go to 4 years of college, then 4 years of dental school, and then you come out as just a general dentist. So that's what I did initially. I practiced for 2 years as a general dentist. I always was like, okay, curious about working with children, but didn't want to step into actually going to school for it. I was like, let me just test the waters and make sure, I want to work with children for the rest of my life. So yes, I worked 2 years as a general dentist, but primarily seeing kids. Then I said, yes, this is my calling. This is what I want to do. So I went back to school an additional 2 years at Howard. I became a pediatric dentist. And then after that, I took some standard tests to become certified, board certified pediatric dentist. So yeah, I mean, I just love working with kids. I just can relate more to them, I guess. I feel like I am the child whisperer. Just have a connection with them. So yeah, I definitely, this is my calling. This is why I went into pediatric dentistry. Just growing up, I always worked with kids. I was a camp counselor at the YMCA. So yeah, this is, kids are my life, basically.
And I feel like a lot of us, our first jobs are probably like camp counselors. I know that was my first job as well. I think the camp was called Arthur's Grandmother's Camp or something. It was like in the area I lived in. But either way, I'm happy you chose dentistry, and thank you for your service, because we need to keep our teeth healthy and pearly white. So when should a parent first take their child to the dentist, and why?
So yeah, you want to get to the pediatric dentist specifically, because we just have the training, the knowledge, the skills to work with children by their first birthday. So that 1-year-old visit is very important. Or if they just start to have teeth come in sooner than 1, you can also come. So whatever comes first, their first tooth or their first birthday, you want to come to the dentist. And we, enforce the 1-year visit, because you want to get started with healthy habits as soon as, possible, because that's the best outcome. You want to basically educate the mom, the parent, about the best way they can take care of their child at home, so they can just have a whole lifehood of healthy teeth.
So you mentioned taking care of your teeth in regards to starting a new dental hygiene and all that other stuff. What are some tips you have for after that first visit? What should people be doing? Should they be going annually, 6 months? Should they be brushing? Should they be flossing? Like what should we be doing with our children after that first visit? And what's the continuity after that?
Yeah, so during the first visit is important. So it's more about, educating the parent, more so than, the child getting the cleaning. It's preparing you, giving you the right tools, the education, so you can take care of your child better at home. Okay, so we go over things like what type of toothpaste you should use. Should my child use fluoride toothpaste, non-fluoride toothpaste? I recommend that the child use fluoride toothpaste. Okay, so it's a small amount, almost like the size of a rice grain. It should not be built up on the toothbrush, not overflowing. Just a tiny bit of fluoride toothpaste. And yes, when the baby's first tooth comes in, that's when you start brushing. As far as flossing, you don't need to floss the teeth unless they touch. If the child has spacing in their teeth, you're not flossing those teeth, okay? And then parents also want to know, why is my child's teeth so spacey? We actually love spacing. Spacing is awesome. It allows you to brush well. You don't have to floss. It leaves enough room for the adult teeth to come in, so they're not all crowded. So when we see spacing, that's just a great sign. So yeah, we go over fluoride, brushing, and also habits. Like, is your child still using a pacifier? Is your child still breastfeeding? Are they taking a bottle? These are the things we go over. For example, you don't, at 1 year old, we want to recommend you switch over from a bottle to a cup, okay? A cup with a straw, all right? You want to stop the pacifier use by age 2, because then it can start to have an effect on the child's adult teeth that comes in. We go over breastfeeding. We promote breastfeeding, but some children, they breastfeed for comfort. And at age 1, you don't really need it anymore for comfort. You need it more for nutrition. So we want to make sure that they're just not just coming up to mommy just to feed, but actually are hungry. You want to make sure you're wiping the baby's teeth after they breastfeed, because yes, breast milk is great, but it also has sugar and it causes cavities. Okay, so we go over things like that: diet, hygiene, habits, nutrition. We also go over things like what you should look for once the child starts walking, like injuries to the teeth, and what you should do if that happens. Occasionally, especially little boys, we see them all the time. They come in, their teeth are little bruised, little gray discoloration. The mom doesn't know, like, oh, I don't know if he fell or not. These kids, they just fall, they get right back up. So we just prepare you for things that happens like that and what you should do and when is it necessary for you to call us to come in. But yeah, so after that first visit, then we recommend to keep them on the schedule every 6 months. So you come in twice a year to the dentist.
And that's the schedule that we're on over here. So you mentioned that breast milk has sugar in it. Like how often do you see young children with cavities, if at all? Like, I'm just curious.
Oh.
I breastfeed, so I'm a promoter of breastfeeding too. But yeah, if you can't do it, some people can do it. But I just sparked a question in my
Yeah.
mind.
So yeah, we see a lot of children coming in with cavities, and the mom was like, well, we don't give them candy, they don't drink juice, soda, junk food. But then we ask questions and we get to see, oh, they're breastfeeding. So it's not the breast milk itself, it's the breast milk with in addition to other foods that they're eating. Okay. So yes, the breast milk has natural sugars, but those sugars added with whatever food they're eating causes the child to have more cavities. So we want to make sure, you don't have to stop breastfeeding, but you need to wipe the teeth, brush the teeth after breastfeeding. Yeah.
So I know you mentioned like the different, like they come, the teeth are going to grow in, all that other stuff. So you did talk about different phases of dental hygiene for children, but as they get older, like you're supposed to be doing like flossing and stuff like that. So my prince is 7, and looking at the audience, their children like are around that age, or so I wanted to know, like at this particular age of 7, when they have a good set of teeth, losing teeth and all that, what should we be doing in regards to like, what's a good toothbrush? Is it electronic? Is it regular? I know definitely fluoride, if you have any recommendations on any toothpaste. And then like dental, is there a difference between the pick dental, or like, should we be, with the string?
Yeah.
So you can do like those type of recommendations. I think that would be helpful for the audience.
Okay, so yeah, like average age of children transitioning, basically losing teeth, gaining teeth, 6. But some kids are a little older when they lose teeth. They can be as old as 9 when they first lose their baby teeth, or some kids are as young as 4 when we see them losing baby teeth. So it's always a range. I always get that question, like, why hasn't my child, lost their teeth yet? Their friends are losing teeth. That's common. But yes, any toothpaste is great. You want to look for the logo, the ADA logo, which is the American Dental Association, and it most likely has fluoride in it. So you always want to have a fluoride toothpaste, like your Crest, Colgate. Those are all great. Tom's, but you have to be careful because Tom's does make a non-fluoridated toothpaste. So get the fluoride one. But kids love the strawberry Tom's toothpaste, so that's a favorite of the children. We also have Tanners out there, which is like an unflavored toothpaste. Some kids do not like the minty or the bubble gum. So there's those different types of toothpastes. As far as flossing, I find that the floss on the stick, the one that comes on the pick, is easier to get than make kids' size. You can have, you can sit, watch TV with your child, floss their teeth, make it fun. They also come flavored too. So they have like fruit flavors, buy a whole bag in Target. And then also at this age, the 7-year-old age, we're also looking for how the teeth are developing, because this is this age where we can also make a referral to our colleagues, like the orthodontist, the person who does the braces. So we're looking at how the teeth are coming in, alignment, positioning, also.
And it's funny that you mentioned this, because one time we went to the dentist and they showed us the x-ray scan of the teeth, and I could see the teeth and the gums. And I'm like, what is that? And those are the teeth that are growing in, but the teeth that were still there before,
right.
So it was just really weird, but then cool at the same time. So they sent me that. I'm a little geek. I like that type of stuff. And then with the flossing, like I feel you, I like the picks. And we get the flavored one. So that's really cool. There was another thing I want to say. You mentioned bubblegum toothpaste, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then also like bubblegum, it's a fruity flavor, but like, what about kids' breath? Like, should they be having mouthwash or not? Like, what do you recommend on that aspect?
Great question. All the time, the parents come in, oh my goodness, my child's breath, what can we do? So yeah, you can switch over to a mint toothpaste. There's no difference between a kid's toothpaste and a adult's toothpaste. Okay, they're just called kids toothpaste because of the flavor, but it has the same ingredients, same amount of fluoride. So you can use your toothpaste for your child. Just use the appropriate size amount, for your child, and that helps with breath. As far as mouthwash, don't recommend children start mouthwash until like 6, because that's when they can actually kind of spit out the excess mouthwash. So you can use, I like to use Rinse, ACT, that has fluoride in it. It helps strengthen up the teeth. And then you can use your regular fluoride that you use at home, the Scope, the Stream, but those tend to be, a little hot for the kids because of the mint. So they have like grape flavor, bubblegum flavor. Kids mouthwash works great at age 6 and older.
And I did find one that had a little dinosaur on the outside. It was a crust and it had a cool flavor and stuff. So we both were using that one.
Yeah.
And then there was also another toothbrush we had that had an app, which was cool because it made him know to go all around your mouth, go inside and everything. So there's a lot of cool things out there, but I'm also concerned just like making sure he has healthy, pearly white teeth. And I'm noticing it's not always the case. So
I know. And then you did mention, so like the differences between the manual toothbrush and the electronic toothbrush. Yes, the electronic toothbrush does work better in removing plaque from the teeth. So we always recommend that. However, some kids are sensitive to the vibrations. So the manual toothbrush may work just as great for them. We just want them to brush. So wherever it is, whether it's the manual toothbrush or the electronic, like a Sonicare, or Oral-B, those are great electric toothbrushes, whichever gets the job done.
We have a Sonicare and we named the pet on there. So he gets points and stuff and prizes and food and can change it the way the animal looks, like spray painted, put glasses, hat, all of that.
Yeah, those apps are awesome. They motivate the kids to brush, and you brush the 2 minutes that you're supposed to, because 2 minutes is a long time to brush. So yeah, we definitely recommend the kids put on their favorite song while they're brushing their teeth, because most songs are 2 minutes or more, or you can use the app.
Right. So I know I have a lot of questions, but I know the audience has some questions, and we had some come in beforehand. So I know Sharissa is in the audience and she had a question. So Sharissa, do you want to say your question now? And if so, I definitely welcome that. So I welcome you to the stage.
Thank you.
No problem.
My question was, I wanted to know if adult teeth hurt when they're coming in, or if certain adult teeth hurt. And I asked that because when my son was a baby, he's almost 7, when he was a baby, his front teeth, he broke a fever when his front teeth were cutting. So I had did the teething necklace, and that was a saving grace. Now here it is, his adult front teeth, when they started cutting, the same thing happened. He broke a fever also with those 2 front teeth. And I know they're big teeth. His baby front teeth were big, as well as his adult front teeth look like they're big as well. So I just wanted to know if adult teeth hurt coming in, or if like certain ones may cause more pain than others, just so I can be prepared.
Okay, so yeah, thank you for your question, Sharissa. I want to talk about teeth in general. So when kids' teeth, yes, they become fussy. They do hurt because they're pushing against tissue in your mouth. So as far as managing that pain, whether they're baby teeth or adult teeth coming in, I recommend giving Motrin, children's ibuprofen or Tylenol. Okay, doing cold foods like ice pops, sugar-free ice pops you can do. Usually at that time that they're teething, you can see that they don't really want to eat, so they like to drink more water or smoothies or things like that. And you mentioned teething necklaces. I don't recommend those, especially for the babies, the toddlers, because that can be a choking hazard. Okay. You can do like teething rings, that works well, cold teething rings, or like a cold washcloth. Usually babies, they like to chew and nibble on things when they're teething. So that's another sign of teething, along with like fussiness or pain, they can't go to sleep. You can do also massages to the gums. They like to nibble on the fingers, but when they get a little older, they just may just be a little fussy, or just don't, want to be bothered. Those are also signs. Fever is usually not a cause of teething. That's usually something different going on from the research. But I have noticed, even with my own children, when they started to see that a fever came along. So as a mom, I'm like, I think of it different. I'm like, okay, this is definitely associated. But then as a clinician, a practitioner, they tell us, the research tell us that that's just a coincidence that the fever is happening, at the same time. But either way, we just make sure you treat the fever. You can give the Tylenol as best, like acetaminophen or Motrin for pain. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Sharissa. I see that there's a question in the chat. Monique, do you want to come off mute? If not, then we can ask the question. Well, feel free to come off of mute if you want to ask it.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My son has a oral mucuscule in his lower bottom lip. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it properly.
A mucocele, yes.
Yes. And he's had it for over a year. And it doesn't bother him. After his first dental visit, they did recommend removing it, but I was a little nervous, nervous about it. So what do you suggest as far as, moving forward with that?
Yeah, so those can be relatively painless. They're more of an annoyance than anything. Is it like changing size? Did you see that if it gets larger, then go down and come back?
No, when I was breastfeeding, it was like it would fluctuate in size, but I have since stopped breastfeeding him, so it's fairly smaller. It's noticeable, obviously, especially to me because I know it's there, but it doesn't prevent him from eating. I don't see him necessarily chewing on it, so I really don't know where it came from, but yeah, it hasn't grown in size at all.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you explain to some of us who may not know what it is, like myself?
Yeah, so it's basically it can be caused from the friction from her breastfeeding, and then also from the saliva, the glands that produce the saliva basically entraps, and it looks almost like a bubble, a pimple filled with fluid. Okay, and it can increase and decrease in size, painless, benign. But we do recommend, for it to be removed, which is a simple procedure, maybe less than 5 minutes, because it's just not, normal. But yeah, we refer to like an oral surgeon to do that.
Okay.
So I do recommend you follow up. Just, you can go for a consultation with the oral surgeon, and they can go through the procedure. Most likely they would give him maybe some laughing gas, or if he needs to be sedated, sedate him, numb the area, and just remove it. Literally 5 minutes. Healing is fine. There's no no pain afterwards that any Motrin can't take care of.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. These are good questions. Keep them coming, audience. You are on fire. And I learned something new today too.
Yes.
That's what it's about, learning and growing. And that's why we're here. So if there are any other questions for Dr. Floyd, definitely chime in. You can put it in the chat, or you can let us know live. So Dr. Floyd, we didn't say like how people can get in contact with you. I know you mentioned that your practice is opening in Fairfax, Virginia, but you didn't say when. So if you can tell us a little bit more about that, because I'm definitely sure people may have questions, want to follow up with you, and even probably change their practice to your practice. So if you could share that, that would be amazing.
Yes, so it's under construction. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook to see the whole process at Pumpkin Pediatric Dentistry. That's PUMPKIN Pediatric Dentistry. Scheduled, to open up in June, approximately like June 20th. But it's hard to tell, especially with COVID. There has been some delays in our construction, but that's the set date. My website is coming soon. It'll be pumpkinpediatricdentistry.com. But for now, you can follow me on Facebook and our Instagram business page. Yes, and I'll be opening up in Fairfax, Virginia.
This is indeed an exciting time. And I must say June is a very exciting time too, especially during that time frame. So, because like with my nonprofit, we're having our scholarship fundraiser. You can go to cruiseforeducation.com. So we'll be celebrating both things during that week. And I welcome you all to come to that and get your VIP tickets because they may sell out really fast. So, so that's cruiseforeducation.com, and that's going towards scholarships for our youth for all school ages, and they'll be administered in November. So it's the money comes in and it goes out with never underestimate knowledge. So cool. So are there any more questions in the audience? Because I know you all are interested also in the giveaway. So with the live audience, each of the guest speakers, they provide something special for the live audience. And now that you're here, I just wanted to let you know what it is today. It is a free consultation and a children's dental swag bag. So I'm excited about the swag bag and the consultation because you see, I have a lot of questions. I know you have questions too. And if you're shy to ask, this is now your time to ask in that session. So but if you do want to ask anything live, now's your time. And I'll leave the floor open for a little bit longer, and then I will do a quick round robin to see if anyone has announcements. Okay, so there is something in the chat. Denise, do you want to come up? Thank you. Do you want to share it or? Okay, I know you may have something going on in the background too. Okay, awesome. So I will bring you up to the stage, Denise. Welcome to the stage, Denise. Okay, just 1 minute. That is fine. We all are moms, or, they have things going on. Thank you, Denise, for coming to the stage.
Hi, good evening, ladies. Good evening, Dr. Floyd. Thank you so very much for answering my question. I am pretty obsessed with child dental care. I was that person who took my firstborn to the dentist before he had a tooth. Just really into it as an adult. I've only had one cavity, but my kids recently have just been plagued with cavities, and we floss 5 to 7 days a week. I know it's not every day, but it is 5 to 7 days. And I was surprised that my 5-year-old he had 7 cavities between one dental visit to the next. And I saw one cavity forming at 4 months after that dental appointment. I'm just really worried because I read somewhere that 80% of cavities found in children happen to 25% of the child population. And I was just wondering, are my kids the unlucky kids to just have a plethora of bacteria in their mouth that just will not end? And I'm just really concerned because I'm also just concerned about their adult teeth too.
Yeah, great question. And yeah, you have every right to be concerned. So when cavities form, you need a bacteria source. So some kids just have that natural bacteria in their mouth that forms cavities more than the next child. Even siblings, they can be totally different. One child can have, eat all the candy, junk food in the world, no cavities. Other child, meticulous, take care of their teeth, whole bunch of cavities. So it definitely is the bacteria in the mouth, in addition to hygiene. But you're saying you're brushing and you're flossing. Are you using fluoride toothpaste for your child?
Yes, for both. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm doing the mouthwash too.
Okay, great. So then the next question would be the diet, juice, sodas, fruit snacks. A lot of kids eat fruit snacks where it has no fruit at all. It's a misnomer. It has 100% sugar and it's sticky. That's the worst candy that we can give our kids because it sticks to the back of the teeth and that's where the cavities form. Do you have a lot of fruit snacks in the house or sugary juice box drinks, things like that can all increase the chances of your child having cavities?
My kids are carboholics. They love crackers and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. The sweets, it's not that they don't have sweets, but the fruit snacks we stopped, and they only get them like at birthday parties type situations because of the initial cavities that started to come in my eldest. And we were like, okay, no more fruit snacks as just, as a snack or whatever. So yeah, it's just, we're just almost at that point where they won't get any sugar. But I also was thinking like, well, they do have a lot of crackers. We don't do juice for our kids on a regular basis. It's more like once every 2 weeks. So we're just trying to figure out how best to get things under control because it's getting expensive. Very expensive, and capping teeth is expensive.
Right. So yeah, you can talk to your pediatric dentist about ways, maybe they can give you like a prescription fluoride toothpaste, which has a higher concentration than your normal fluoride toothpaste. And we usually recommend that to be used at nighttime instead of your regular toothpaste. So that's one addition that you can do. You can even come in more often than just twice a year. You can come in every 3 months and have them put the fluoride vitamins on your child's teeth. So there's more ways that we can kind of control the visit and the hygiene that you wouldn't do, every 6 months. You would do like every 3 months or every 4 months to get it under control.
Oh, those are great suggestions. I'm going to bring it up to our dentist.
Yeah, and mention, the prescription fluoride toothpaste. Mention if you can come, every 3 or 4 months for the fluoride vitamins applied to the teeth.
I love this because I didn't know that was you. Right, go ahead, Denise.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying thank you. That's all. Thanks.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
That was a great thing. I'm glad you had brought that up. And yes, Monique, you can come to the stage and ask your next question.
Thank you. This is definitely good information. Thank you. I was going to ask about the cavities, but I'm not sure if this was touched on earlier, but my other question is my son's first dental visit, they basically just looked at his teeth, made sure that they weren't kind of crowded and they had enough space for, the additional teeth to come in, and they just brushed his teeth with a toothbrush. So for his second visit, like, what can I expect to make sure that he's getting a thorough, dental visit? Like, are they just gonna, peek inside his mouth, or is he gonna get, a cleaning that I'm used to seeing?
Okay. How old is your
and
child?
He's gonna be 3 next month.
Okay. So yes, the toothbrush cleaning is normal. We usually do that up until 3 or even 4. And that's just as effective as what an adult is used to. You're used to the little, like the spinning toothbrush, right? At the dental office, you think that's cleaning your teeth very well. We usually use that with adult teeth because they're more stained. Okay, that gets rid of staining. And also we don't really use that with the kids because it kind of removes the first protective layer of their tooth. So that's why we want to put the toothbrush first. We'll do the cleaning with the little cup as we need to if we see a lot of staining. But the toothbrush is just as effective for cleaning for the little ones. So yes, he's 3. Your next visit, it'll be the same thing. They'll go in. They should be able to do a more thorough exam. It all depends on the child, the cooperation level. If they're going to open for us, we want it to be a positive experience. So we don't want to rush things or force things on them. Okay, it's kind of like just an introduction until they're able to cope with it and get used to the dental appointment, and then we start to gradually introduce more things. But that doesn't take away from the exam. We're definitely should be doing our exam efficiently and effectively, and letting the findings that we see. But the toothbrush prophy, that's totally normal. Okay, so they'll be going over hygiene with you, diet, any habits that they may be taking. Also what you're doing at home to help with their oral health, as far as brushing and using fluoride toothpaste, flossing, things like that. They will go over, and usually at 3, they should have all their baby teeth. So they're preparing you for the next set, which usually happens around 6. They're going in more to detail of how to, cope with teething at 6 years old. They'll explain to you when these 6-year molars come in, we recommend sealants for those teeth. So they should talk to you about that too.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you brought that up, because Nadej asked about when is the best time to seal kids' teeth. So I didn't know about sealing teeth. So can you elaborate on that? And Nadej, if you want to elaborate on your question after she mentions that, please open up your mic after that. So Dr. Floyd, I'll pass it over to you.
Yes. So yes, sealants we recommend on the back teeth, mostly the molars, and they can be done on the baby teeth and the adult teeth as needed. Like if your child is prone to cavities, we may recommend sealants of their baby teeth, but most commonly they're for the adult teeth in the back, the 6-year molars that come in, and then after that the 12-year molars that come in. Okay, basically it's just like a clear, translucent, protective coating that goes over the grooves of the teeth, and it just allows the child to brush a little better, prevent sticky foods from sticking to their teeth, basically, that's where like the cavities forms and those grooves, how you want to just kind of dig the food out. That prevents, the sealant prevents that. So it's a part of your preventative care. We usually offer that the same day that they have their cleanings.
Thank you, Dr. Floyd.
You're welcome.
Awesome. I'm glad that answered your question, Nadej. And as you were saying that, I was putting my tongue in the back of my teeth. Oh, the grooves and all of that. Okay.
Right,
so is it exactly 6 and 12, or is it when the certain phase in their teeth?
So 6 years old is the average age of when those molars come in. So they may be around 7, 8 is when the teeth are fully in. That we'll put the sealant, and then you get your second set of molars, which is usually around 12. That's again average age, and then we'll recommend some sealants then. And it's also dependent on the child's risk. Everything is about the child's risk. If we see that they're prone to cavities, they're coming in every visit, they have a new cavity, we may recommend sealants on other teeth other than the 6-year or 12-year molars. Okay, it can be the premolars, it can be the baby molars. So, yep.
Good to know, and great question, Nadej. So I have one last question, and if someone does have a question after that or during while I'm speaking, put it in the chat. If not, we'll close out. So I noticed with teeth growing in, and it may be for my parents, it may not be, the dentist told me not to worry about it. It's not all growing in straight. It's like this and that way. And I guess the teeth are trying to figure out the way they go. But at what point should it be a concern? Is it when all the teeth are in and seeing how they, like, just let me know. Because if you need to get braces, he gonna get braces.
Yeah, so that's we watch for it. At each visit, we watching to see how the teeth form and come in. Usually those 4 teeth that come in at the bottom around 6 or 7, they sometimes come in a little crooked. But we just watch it. There's some time for it to kind of straighten out on their own. However, if we're seeing that, we don't think this is going to happen, we can refer to the orthodontist. And it's never like, the earliest is 7. That's 7 years of age. They can go to the orthodontist. May not be for braces, but it's just for them to catch things early. And they may want to follow up with your child yearly, have you come in so they can take a look, so they can find the perfect timing for things like braces or expanders and things like that. But yeah, I think every child goes through this like ugly duckling phase where they have spacing, crowding, teeth are, a little bit forward. And sometimes they just settle naturally. So we just look, and we'll definitely tell you those things that we see that may be of concern for the future if they need braces.
Awesome. Thank you for that, because that was a little concern of mine. So my dentist told me not to worry, but I just wanted to check.
Yes.
I know you can be the real.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So I know, Nicole, you're putting some things in the chat. If you want to come off mute and talk about them, feel free to do that. If not, I could read it. So I'll just pause for a minute to see if you want to come off a chat or from mute.
Yeah, I don't mind coming off a chat. Just excuse my voice. My allergies got me sounding like Barry White's relative.
No problem. Go ahead. So you had a couple of things in there. So let's hear from you.
So I was just sharing a story. So my 12-year-old daughter, she had her first cavity last summer. And, when the dentist told me she had a cavity, I was so mad because I'm thinking, she's not brushing her teeth. She's not doing what she's supposed to be doing. And they recommended that we go to a children's, because we go to, an adult doctor that sees children and adults. So they recommended us go to a children's, a pediatric doctor. And when he looked at her teeth, he was saying, oh, she had a small crack on her molar. And I think he called it a fissure. Is that right? Or a tear or a crack or something. Fissure might be something else. But anyway, she had a small crack on her teeth and recommended that she get it sealed. And pretty much he was telling me, nobody can help that. If your teeth have cracks in them and the food kind of settles down in there, or any drinks or anything settles in there, that you can get a cavity. But once they sealed her teeth, that she would be fine from cavities. So I just share this story to say that not all cavities are neglectful, I guess is the word. They kind of happen just naturally because of the way the teeth are. So, if any of you moms are kind of high strung like me, calm down, wait to see what the dentist is saying. So you're not, shutting the kid down from not doing the right thing with their mouth.
Yeah, I think the word should be like grooves. Like kids have more grooves and pits and like valleys.
That's what it was. Pits. That's
pits.
what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Pits,
yes. And those areas are hard to keep clean. So yes, food, debris, acid, bacteria gets in there and can cause the cavity. Yes. So definitely that's when the sealants come in and basically makes everything kind of smooth, allows, food to glide over it easily, not get stuck. So definitely sealants are a great service for children. And some kids are just, everyone's different. So this is just their makeup. This is their genetics, how their teeth come in. Some come a little bit more shallow, more groovy, more pitted. That's just the makeup of their teeth. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Nicole. That was a good example of a path that the teeth can go.
Yeah.
So thank you. And I'm one of those high strung parents sometimes when something little happens, like the end of the world, but it's not, because I have great, powerful people in my network like you to talk to and take me off the ledge. Okay. So I appreciate you coming. And I want to see if you have any words that you want to leave with the audience. And then we still have the giveaway, everyone. And if you want to share something that you have going on that you want the audience to know, please stick around to do that. So, Jasmine, is there any parting words that you want to leave with the audience about pediatric dentistry, life, your practice, whatever you want? This is your time.
I just want to say thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight. This is my pleasure to do. I just want to share with you my journey. Please follow and like my page on Facebook, Pumpkin Pediatric Dentistry. I'm so excited. This is my first office by myself. It's woman-owned, Black-owned. So I definitely, want to give back to my community and just. I went into dentistry because I didn't see a Black dentist, a Black woman dentist. So I just want to be that face and the face to the kids and just show them diversity out there. You can, be anything you want to be. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it. And that's why I'm here. And I thank you guys again for joining me today. Follow my journey. You can keep updates. I do plan on having a big opening where we can welcome families. You guys are all welcome to come and bring your kids to come tour my office. So I just can't wait to celebrate, and I hope you can make it and attend.
Yes, thank you. Awesome. So I appreciate you being a guest. And also, before we go into the giveaway, I do want to let you know it's almost my 2-year anniversary for my book, How to Get a College Degree for Free. So I'm super excited about that. I celebrated on my birthday on Monday.
Oh.
That's when I launched it 2 years ago. So that will be my 2-year anniversary. And now my book is in English, French, Spanish, audio, ebook, all that good stuff. So, there's one more question in the chat before we do the giveaway. Do you have any recommendations in the Delaware area? So do you have any colleagues that you could recommend?
I don't know offhand anyone in Delaware. I can look into it, but also you can search, if you go to the aapd.org, you can search pediatric dentists in Delaware. But I can get back to you. Who was that in the Dutch? That asked that question?
No, I think it was Nicole. Nicole asked that question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write that down. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then she has an email. She put it in there for you. So without further ado, I'm going to do this giveaway because you all took the time out, and we're going to see who is the one who is going to get the dental swag bag and the free consultation. And as you see, it's very diplomatic. If my prince is down here, I hear him upstairs, he would have picked the name. So the winner is Denise. So Denise, please connect with Jasmine, put your information. Jasmine, do you want her address?
Sure.
Or, okay, address, email. Put it in a private message to her now so that you can have that immediate connection. And I want to do, you're welcome, yes. I will also want to do a quick round robin to see if there's anything that anyone wants to share about what they have going on, because I know some of you, and some of you do have some great things that are going on. So if you would like to share, please open up your mic. Now's your time. And I shared my 2 things. June 25th on a Saturday, an adult day party, and it's cruiseforeducation.com. It's a scholarship fundraiser. It's going to be very, very fun. And I hope to see all your beautiful faces in the place so we can have fun and party for a purpose. And then my book, 2-year anniversary. Whoop, whoop. And thank you for the congratulations and the message and the support, because a lot of you had the book and the signed copies when I initially launched. So thank you.
Oh, I have something to share
Yes,
that I forgot to mention. I haven't shared it with anyone, so you guys are the first to know. But I made top 40 dentists under 40 in the US. So I'm super excited about that. Have a large ceremony to go to in New York, a photo shoot. Goes in magazine. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. You better post that, girl. You know where to drop that.
Yes.
And I say post it everywhere, especially on your page and the other things that Salitha was mentioning. So yeah,
definitely. They have like all the social media that they're going to do for us. So I'm just going to wait for them to do all that and I can post it.
Yeah. That is awesome. That is very awesome. Congratulations. And Denise, do you want to talk about like your Mother's Day stuff that you have coming out? Okay. Denise?
Yes, sorry about that. I'm just switching. I'm on my phone.
No.
Everyone, my name is Denise, and I make handmade greeting cards. And my current greeting card is made specially for Mother's Day. It includes a mini flower bouquet that is made out of dried and preserved flowers. And so if you're looking for a special gift for a special mom, I will personalize that card. I also put it in a keepsake box, and I'm taking orders now. If you would like for that to get there by Mother's Day, order by Saturday, and I'll put that in the mail right away for you. I'll drop my website in the chat. Thank you.
You're welcome. And everyone loved their holiday one, godmoms and the aunties. So she had like wreaths and it was personalized and stuff. So it was really cute. Nadesh.
Yes. Also, I I got one of these cards and they are so beautiful. The website doesn't do it justice. They're so beautiful. Order your card. They're gorgeous.
Awesome. Thank you for that testimonial, live testimonial. Woo! Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining this episode of Mom Talk. And Denise has put her link in the chat. So make sure you grab that ASAP and place your order. And as I told you in the beginning, Mom Talk is for moms, those interested in motherhood and those that support us. And we are going to have our next episode in June. So please look out for that information. And then feel free to reach out to me if you have any particular topic or people that you would like to see on Mom Talk. And because we do have our calendar for this year, so we will start ramping up for 2023 once we get recommendations and once that time is good to do that. And that is all I have. I look forward to seeing you all on June 25th on the boat, Cruise for Education, or Never Underestimate Knowledge, and then back here at Mom Talk, because remember, this is the 4th Wednesday of every other month. Please add the link and title to the book in the chat, most definitely. So the link to purchase your ticket is Cruise for Education, www.cruiseforeducation.com. And you can get my book at www.crystalgalladay.com/shop. And you'll also see the other book that I have out with is in conjunction with my undergrad university, Drexel University. And the cool thing about the 2 books is that the first book proceeds for that, as well as the other services that I offer through my consulting business, because I do one-on-one consulting. The proceeds for the book and that products and services, they go into Never Underestimate Knowledge. So they donated to Never Underestimate Knowledge, and which provides resources to inner city youth and domestic violence survivors. And we award scholarships in November. And to date, since being founded in 2019, we awarded 27 scholarships. Yes. And we're supposed to award 10 this year. We may award more because I got some good news that came in yesterday. So that is that. And then we'll see you again here. And you have the links that I mentioned. I will repeat them one more time. It is cruiseforeducation.com, www.cruiseforeducation. And I realized I misspelled it in the chat. So you now know how to spell it. And then my book is www.crystalgalladay.com/shop, or you can just do how to get a college degree for free.com, which is the title of the book. All right. Okay. All right. So thank you all for attending. I so appreciate you taking the time to join me. I wish you all peace and blessings, and I look forward to continuing seeing you virtually and then finally in person on Saturday, June 25th. Okay. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Bye-bye.
Good night.